But Sudeep, back home, what we are seeing is that the pharma stocks, they are day by day inching up higher. Some bit of a strength is returning in this particular pack. So given the flip-flop in the US term tariffs, what we have seen coming into autos, do you believe that the correction and the concern in the pharma space in the Indian players is overdone now, and maybe it's the time to once again look back seriously into this sector?
I think, I still believe that it's better to be a little cautious. I think, the US is going through a phase where, volatility is the name of the game. Every morning there are new things coming out, and, by end of the day, there are further new things getting added. So amidst this volatility, it is little difficult to, take a call, at least for the short to medium term on these pharma stocks, which most of them have significant exposure to US. Yes, the cost of manufacturing, which is the alternate being proposed in US, is probably 5-6 times compared to, the same in India. But these are not fully rational at this stage. There are a lot of irrationality, in this decision making at this stage. So if I do like pharma, and I believe that pharma is at a space where IT was 15-20 years back. And the quantum leap in pharma is bound to happen. When it will happen, I don't know. But at this stage, if somebody has to play pharma, I would definitely say look at domestic focused pharma companies. I do like Mankind Pharma quite a bit, and that can be looked at definitely. Their BSV acquisition was criticized, but I think it's a fantastic long-term strategy. I also like pharma companies like Piramal Pharma, which have got significant manufacturing facilities in the US. So if you have to be a little safe, still play pharma, go for domestic focused pharma companies and pharma companies having significant manufacturing facilities in the US.
Quite interesting. That's the take coming in on pharma right now. In fact, let's address some of those pharma movers. Piramal Pharma, of course, is one stock that, Sudip just talked about. Let's bring out its 52-week chart and see how much it's actually fallen in this correction, because it sure has had its, share of damage. But if you were to take stock of the last 52 weeks, you're still actually sitting on near about a 60% gain. 57% of a gain is what Piramal Pharma is actually still sitting on, hovering around the 200 odd mark. Naresh, tell me, how do the charts read for Piramal Pharma?
Going through a huge phase of consolidation for the last few years, the stock started making a trending move. The move was above that 160, 180 mark, which was the listing day high. And now we are back to closer to those 180 marks. So that's a good entry point for the medium term. Volumes have been good in the previous rally. Even now on the dips, there have been decent volumes. So at current levels, looks like an interesting place to accumulate. This could be one which could again lead back, go towards 250 odd levels in the medium to long term.
All right, that's the take coming in on Piramal Pharma. Let's watch out for that. Other than that, Cipla, Lupin, they're also holding up well. What we are seeing is some of these IT counters like TechM as well as Infosys, they are not doing that well in today's trading session, and especially TechM. The stock didn't fall in the initial trade, but ending the day with a cut of over 2% right now. But with this, before we shut shop, let's also take some of the BTST ideas from both of our experts, Ten and Kunal. Any stock that is standing out for you at this point in time?
Yeah, I'll go with two buy calls, and the first one is about Axis Bank, a stock which apparently has been more sideways, but I think at 1,030 levels for Axis Bank, it looks like the stock is on the verge of a pennant kind of a breakout on the daily chart. So we'll look out for targets in the range of 1,075 and stop loss at 1,014. Raymond is the other stock which I think is also nearing a major bottom for itself. Around the 1,300 levels. Looks like that over the last 2 days, the stock and the volume patterns have started to improve for the stock. So expecting this, the stock to get a follow through up move. 1,500 as a near-term target. Stop loss to be kept at 1,270.
All right. So those are the stock calls coming in from Kunal. But Naresh, what about you?
So first would be a buy on Coal India. The stock has made a double bottom around this 350 mark and has started reversing sharply. Stop loss at 378, target price of 392. Second is a buy on Aarti Industries, which has gone through a very sharp correction. An oversold bounce and play out here. Stop loss at 407, target price of 425.